Guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, inconsistent queen, we bow. So guys, today I want to talk about something very important. And yeah, I'm old school, so I write things down. I don't journal though, but there are times when things are really heavy and now we have to talk about them, and I don't talk about them, like I write them down. So guys, today we want to talk about menstrual health and hygiene guide. Yes guys, menstruation is something that I don't think a lot of people talk about, but nowadays it's normal. Kitambo kidogo ndo it was like, no, I can't talk about it, I can't. Let me tell you a background story of me. I received my periods so late. Yeah, so very late. I don't know if you guys can. Yes, I received my period so late, like later than everyone. That even my younger sister, she got her periods like way before I got my own pills. She got her pills in primary. Oversharing, sorry. She got her pills on primary. I got mine later in high school when I was in Form 3 or Form 4, something like that. Form 3, yeah. So I remember by that time, many people, like, it was normal now. A lot of people were now getting their periods, and I was the only one who was not getting her periods by that time. So it was traumatizing, because me personally, I always feel like periods is not something that tunafaa kuficha. Me personally, I used to feel like mbona sipati hizi periods juu nobody was there to explain to me what periods really are. Like ilikuanga tu unaenda periods, it's okay. I remember also, I hope my parents don't see this, I remember before I started getting my pills, I used to lie that I'm really getting my pills so that I can fit in. Like your time, I used to tell my dad that nishaanza kwenda on my pills so that he can give me some monthly allowance. Sorry dad. So, and I got it in Form 3. I remember even in high school before I got it, my friends who used to now go on their periods, I used to buy a pack of pads, and now I would go to the toilet every time, like once a month, and go put on a dry pad. I just wanted to feel what people are feeling when they put on that pad. So I used to go and put on a pad and come back and tell them, yo, unajua nanyesha, in the real sense sijapata kakiru. So it took me a while. I was not accepting that I was not getting my pills. Like I was not accepting. That's what I remember. Because at Form 3, wanataka kuniambia sijapata my pills, like why? And isn't that is that normal? It's not. So guys, later on I got my pills and I was so happy, and I feel like all my high school life I never got period pains at all. Hata sikuwa najuanga dates. I never knew the dates. I was just going through my pills. I will just feel like, hey, nika nanyesha, then I go to the toilet, then I find out nanyesha and I put on my pads. But ile feeling ya sijui the pain, the nini, I never felt it during high school, during my first times, because these are times ndo watu walikuwa wanasemanga, "Kai, your first times it's always painful." Mine wasn't, imagine. So as times went by, I never knew anything really about periods itself. I never really knew anything. Kwa najua tu kikuja utavaa pad unyeshe. So it took me a long time to also know my dates. to know my cycle and to know how many days nanyesha and to know what affects me and what I should use and what I should not. It took me a really long time to know all those things. Like, it's not like I know them really right now, but I'm learning as days go by. Sasa najuanga, I know this time I'm ovulating, this time I'm almost going for my periods, these are the dates. At first I thought my periods were irregular, by the way, juu sikuwa na get kwa nini naenda February nitaenda the first week of February, then March niende the last week of March. I was not getting it. I didn't know how to count the days. But as times go by, you get to know and you get to learn more about periods. And yeah, so today I want us to talk about hygiene, or hygiene, your menstrual hygiene, and when you're getting your periods, what should you expect? I'm not an expert, so I did my research and I've written them down here. So we all know what menstruation is. It's a biological process that works in every woman, and the blood is not dirty, you guys. It's not dirty blood. I feel like right now communicating about periods, I feel like right now kila mtu anafaa kujua, unless you are in my situation, like the situation I was in back then. But periods is something normal. It occurs like once in a month for every woman, unless you are pregnant or maybe you're using some contraceptives zingine. They don't allow you can't get your periods, which I think it's cliche, and I think you should go for a checkup. So let's go first. While you're preparing for your periods, what should you have? Number one, you should have a pad. I don't know if I have an example of what a pad is, but I think I do. Oh no, I don't. So guys, a pad, I think almost every one of you now knows what a pad is that per cotton that you put it on your knickers, or rather your panties, and yeah, damu inaenda huko ndani, and then you stay clean. So I think every girl in every pass, every girl should own one. I think so, because it helps a lot. It really does. It helps a lot with people who don't know their cycles and don't know the timing. So you can use your pads, you can use tampons, you can use the cups. It depends with whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, I personally used to use tampons. I still do, because I think some things are so mental. Time nilianza kutumia pads, I felt like they were so uncomfortable. Like I liked the pads. Then I had a friend who introduced me to tampons, and then I felt like tampons are so comfortable. Like I couldn't do anything else with the pads. Nilikuwa nasikia pads sasa zinanichoma, zinanikalia tu kapanti kingine hapo kakubwa. So I told myself I'll be using tampons. So I started using tampons. I use tampons. I'm still using them, but one disadvantage about tampons when you're broke, you'll go back to pads. Pads are sorry, my phone fell. I don't know, I'm doing a lot of tappings and here and there, so I tapped where the phone is. So guys, I was saying tampons are good, but they're kind of expensive. They go for 200. Some of you will ask, 200 surely? Yeah, there's some people who can't have 200. Kamisa in Minnesota, sina 200. So yeah, so 200 tampons, and it carries only 16. So it depends with also your flow. So you can use tampons and also use pads at the same time. It's not a must that you use tampons for the whole process while going on your periods. And I've not done my research yet, but a friend told me that using tampons at night is not safe. So yeah, I don't know, but, and it's a myth, sis. It's a myth that tampons goes up on your vijayjay. It's a myth. Like, there's no way, washaisikia, there's no way tampon itapanda huko juu. So yeah, those are the essential things that you should be having when you're preparing for your PIDs. And another thing that you should be having while preparing for your PIDs, you should be having some tissues in your bags, and you should be having an unscented wipe. If you must use a wipe, use an unscented wipe. Scented wipes seem to alter, like anything scented, seem to alter with your pH down there. And once your pH is altered with, you know what I'm saying? When your pH is altered with, it will kill the good bacteria yenye iko huko chini. And do your research, but I don't think killing the good bacteria is a good thing. And yeah, another thing about period, another thing that you should use, you should have while you're preparing for your periods, snacks. Girl, I don't think if this one is, it's not called out loud for the longest time. Like, I don't think if people do really consider this, but time to ananyesha siya ukula. Like, there are those days, in the 4 days or in your 7 days, there's some days you won't feel like eating totally, like you'll be bloated. And oh guys, excuse the noise outside. I'm at the window. I'm using a natural light. Na sasa nje ni magari na mandodhe. So, as I was saying, snacks and something sweet. Let me tell you, even if you're in your weight loss journey, or you don't want to eat something, like, get a supplement, sis. Iki tu kutwanga na ni cravings zenye zina shift, and I think everybody knows that. It's like, right now you want omena, the next minute now you want mbuta. It's shifting. That's why you can identify between pregnancy and your PIDs if they are coming. Like, I'll say that in another video, but let me just say this difference. Like, when you're going on your PIDs, when your PIDs are coming, the cravings shift. Like, sahi unataka hii, the next minute unataka hii, the next minute unakrave hata kitu huwezi pata kwenye unaishi. You get? Then there is now the pregnancy one. I've never gotten pregnant, TMI, but the pregnancy one, I think it's a different craving. Unataka vitu awkward sana, alafu pia you stop liking whatever you used to like. I think that's the difference. With periods, you like sweet things. With pregnancy, I think that's where I draw the line. I just think so, because many times when you're struggling with pregnancy scare, and then these cravings hit, and then you're like, but kitu iko ya pregnancy is different. That's what I know. It's so different. Okay, so those are the things you should be having while preparing for your periods. So guys, we were going on the menstrual health. Use menstrual collection methods the correct way. Okay, guys, you know the correct way? I believe right now everybody knows how to use a pad. I believe so. Like pads, how to put them on, tampons. I'm not so familiar with menstrual cups. I'm not so familiar with them. So I don't feel like I don't know if I can feel comfortable in them. That's me personally, but anybody can try them. Yeah. So use the correct method of collecting your blood, sis. Yeah. Juu, I remember, oh my god, another TMI. I remember long time ago, we were so broke. Yeah. So your time I had started now my periods na hatukuwa na pads. Now you know we are 3 women in our house and sisi wote tulikuwa sasa tushaanza kunyesha mamangu, my sister and me. So it reached a point hatukuwa na do ya pads totally. And here we used to put, tulikuwa tunavaa mattress. Like, is it necessary for me to say this? Yeah, though, let me just say, tulikuwa tunavaa mattress and it's okay to put that on. Sasa shida inakuja time ya kuiosha. Juu sasa utaoshaje mattress, and the way it's heavy and it absorbs like really bad, and ukikaa inakaa sponge oh my god, inajifinya hivi. So yeah, you should use a correct method. Like hata kama kitambo kulikuwa nakumbuka tukiwa primary, kuna time tulikuwa tunazishonelea, unashonelea nguo kwa mattress. I don't think I remember, but we were doing something like that. Unashonelea because back at home, like watu wengi hawakuwa wanaweza afford vitu kama hizo, so it was so hard. Yeah. Story mingi nimekumbuka vitu mingi. So yeah, that's another thing. Another thing that you should do while on your periods, baby girl, wipe before you put on another one. Please wipe in the name of Christ. Usiende low to change or wherever you'll be changing from, and then unaekelea to wipe. Like use a tissue and use also some wipes, unscented wipes, please. You guys should even have a pocket tissue. Jeez. Wipe. Hii maneno ya sijui umeenda tu loo, you're changing your tampon. No. Another point, wash your hands before changing your tampon. You guys know how tampons really work. Tampons is something like this. I know it's weird when I point it like this. I wish I had one, guy. Sorry, I was PMSing I was on my piece just last week and I think I've exhausted all my things. But tampon, nikitina kakai, akaka kidole kango, it depends with the size. So you insert it. Yeah. Sasa imagine you're going to change and then you're what I mean is you've worked the whole day, you've touched things, like you can't go touch your HYGIENE again without washing your hands. Baby girl, wash your hands before going to remove and inserting a new one. Juu time unatoa pia kuna kwa na kauzi fulani though that you should be pulling, but still use some tissue. Uwezi pull vitu hivyo nyaluolikali pull using a tissue. You'll pull it, wrap it well, throw it in a bin, or and TMI, another TMI, or let me say for your information, tampons are not flashable. I used to flash until a friend of me, like, you people learn, like hizo vitu atuzaliwangi kaa tunazijua, so the more we learn. So when somebody tells you, you know, you can't flash that, you don't flash it because it blocks the toilets. But you can throw it in latrines, yes, because it's a pit, or you wrap it well and put it on a dustbin. Yes, another hygiene is when you're wiping down there, don't forget the back. Don't forget the back. Like, usiwipe tu huku mbele peke yake. Let me tell you, if you're using a pad, you'll notice damu haikwangi to your area ya JJ. It goes all the way to the back. So there's no way you'll be wiping in front and forgetting the back. Na damu kwani silikuwa inaenda hadi huko. The moment you're sitting like this, the blood won't go on one spot. Because you'll be moving, it will also go on the back. So when you're wiping, wipe each area, back, front, tap dry, put on a new pad, put on a clean tampon. Like, itaenda tu on one spot if you're using a tampon. Yeah, if you're using a tampon, it will go on one spot. But if you're using a pad, but still, if you're using, or a cup, I see a cup, the blood goes on the cup, then you remove, you clean, then you can insert it right back. Yeah, but a pad, girl, wipe everywhere. Wipe even those bad chicks. Wipe them, because nobody, you see the blessed girls who are AC or something, like when you're walking, the friction plus the sweat and the blood, you can really imagine, you can't sit next to such kind of people. Okay, our final hygiene tip while on your periods is don't stay with that pad, with that tampon, with that cup for as long as more than 3 hours. It doesn't matter kama imejaa ama haijajaa. If it's full, well and good. If it's not full, remove it. It will affect you. Don't stay. Like, unyeshe sai uende like kitu saa 2 usiku, then uende ucheck upate damu haijatokea, like haina damu, not as much, and then what do? Put on your pant again until tomorrow. Oh sister, change your pad. It's even written on those straps that don't have it for more than 8 hours. It will affect you. Okay? Oh, another hygiene tip, wear breathable clothes when you're on your P's. Breathable clothes. Achini na nguo ziko tight, please. Panties ziko tight, please. I don't know if you put on a tight pant or a tight cloth, that area feels exhausted, and now unaanza kusikia kauchungu kengine that it's not right. So guys, those are my few tips to you. If you like such kind of content, please subscribe down below, and guys, get me to 500. I'm begging you, just get me to 500, then we'll see from there. I love you.